Good evening, world. I'm back again. Some people call me poet, some people call me prophet. My presentation name is not for sale, because the gift God gave me, you can't put a price on it. Take all those names, throw them away. They don't mean anything. The only name I want you to remember on this platform is the characteristics of Jesus, the knowledge of the universe and God, and that's the names I want you to remember where I live now. Like I told you, my last tape, this morning was the last night, is that I had a plethora of people that were inviting me to different outings. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't allow anything to take me off my purpose. And my purpose is to be a vessel for the people, a vessel for God, and a vessel for the people. You understand what I'm saying? So what I did is I did what I always do. You understand? I'll be doing that tonight. Is I will be going inside myself, and I'll be listening to the Spirit of God and show me what I can come out here and show you different. I will never run out of information. I don't have to. I can keep you here for 40 years. Well, I can actually keep you here for about 50 years, because my journey started a long time ago. But I retained a lot of things. I remember things from when I was 5 years old. You understand? But the whole point I'm trying to make to you is this: is that I went over there and they cooked some cornbread stuffing with the eggs in it, Georgia style. You understand what I'm saying? Some pork and beans. You understand? They had a lot of stuff, but I took the pork and beans with the real bacon in it. You understand what I'm saying? Because down south, like my mother and them come, they like it with the fat. I don't like fat. I can't stand fat. But they had both types, you understand. I took that, and then they had some spare ribs and chicken, and I'm snoring up on the meat. But they had tuna fish salad with eggs in it, potato salad with eggs, and I like all my stuff with eggs in it. And I didn't actually take the meat. I could have. But the whole point is, when I was over there, when you go to your spiritual family, you will understand that there's always people that you're connected to in the spirit, but they're not there to stay with you. They're only there to teach you something about yourself and teach you your own value. Because if you don't know your own value, people will literally take you and build their own empire. Their empire with you. You understand what I'm saying? So the whole point is that you want to build your own. You understand what I'm saying? And so there happened to be a guy that was there that was one of my teachers. And when I say teacher, I'm talking about every man is a teacher, but this is a teacher that's supposed to show me. You understand what I'm saying? What?
So you talking to yourself? I know, I see you.
As long as I don't start answering myself along. Hey. But anyways, all right, man. Nice seeing you, man. I wish I could have went to that Patty the Belt concert with you, boy. I know she tore it up from there. Her spirit locked things down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She said it too. She said she old. She said y'all motherfuckers gonna take my give y'all.
So I'm in charge.
No, she 81. It was her birthday yesterday.
She ain't no joke. No, she ain't no joke. But anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. But anyways, so I had one of my teachers there, and he was the one of them ones who try to teach you, your value in yourself. And when one of my spiritual team gave him a couple of my videos, he said, "Man, go watch it, music going on." And so after he watched the video, he came at me like this: "What you have in life, you have." It's a spiritual thing they call, it's a spiritual tool called a Cameron shot. A lot of people use this wrong. You gotta know how to use a Cameron shot. A Cameron shot is this. camera.
What up?
Hey, how you doing, Hollywood?
All right, how's everything?
Pressing forward, man. Everything's good.
Getting a little chill out here again.
Why you think I got this coat on? I came out prepared.
It was nice this afternoon,
Yeah,
but it's gone.
yeah. But anyway, he tried to use a camera shot on me, right? So he started throwing out different end of windows that, well, I don't believe in God, and this and that. He was talking to somebody else, but he wanted to make sure I heard it because he wanted to see my reaction. But when you be committed, you understand, you've seen the power of God. You don't have to come convince me. I'm not going to be like these guys on 42nd Street sitting back arguing with you and fighting with you. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you just keep walking in what you believe. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep walking in. And I'll see you 10 years later. You understand what I'm saying? And you tell me, you know, you can come and tell me then, you understand? I just want to know how your life's going. You understand? Because without God, man, it's like with Adam, and I'm going to say this literally about Adam and Eve, the real sin was this. And let me show you metaphorically that he disconnected himself from God when he put her love, over that which was God and listened to her. You understand what I'm saying? He was supposed to be there to lead. You understand? And so when he done that, he went out picking and choosing on his own, and God told him, you shall surely die. And he didn't mean in that moment, but when he disconnected himself from God, that was put down into his bloodline. You understand what I'm saying? And he's passing down information, you understand, that's incorrect and all that. But let's move right along. So, he starts throwing out the end of the windows. So he told me, he says, so after a while, I didn't say that. He had to say, you really believe in God? And when Jesus was confronting the Pharisees, he never gave them an answer. He would always answer a question with a question. Like I tell you, I'm here, you understand what I'm saying? Not to fill his shoes, but to fill mine. And believe me, I'm going to do it. I don't care what everybody else does. I'm going to do it. So, I asked him this. He says, you believe in God? I said, well, let me ask you a question. He said, answer the question. I said, how did we all get here? And he said like this. He said, from nothing. And so I told him, I said, where did that nothingness come from? He says, well, it came from the Big Bang. And I asked him, I said, well, where did the Big Bang come from? And he said, from nothing. So now, you just told me that you don't believe in creation, creation. But you just told me that the nothingness came from the Big Bang, which created the nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm explaining this to him. I'm saying, so everything has a design. You understand what I'm saying? And we're sitting right there looking people in the face. But you know what that is? That's arrogance and humility, because they refuse. You understand? They don't want to be controlled. And I don't care who you are. Everybody has to sit under some type of authority. You understand? When you refuse to sit under some type of authority, you understand what I'm saying? You will go out here, and if you're not guided in the spirit, and you live in a 3D world, that 3D world will take you straight to your grave. You understand what I'm saying? So, give me a second. When you want what somebody else got, you got to do what they do. And King Solomon, he asked God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And God gave it to him. He said, so I can govern the people. But this is a new dispensation now. And he was the wisest man that lived of that era. But now, you have people that their wisdom, knowledge, and understanding were shaped in wounds, heart wounds. You understand what I'm saying? Their wisdom, knowledge, and understanding were shaped out of pain, which King Solomon's wasn't. You understand what I'm saying? So, them set of people come in to shatter the everything that's been written down, Because everything that's been around, you got people running around with fragmented information. And these people come in to show you the whole picture. And it's all designed for control. Not allow you to see the power that you have within yourself. And see, these type of, and I'm talking about the 1%. And the 1% know the 1% when they see it. You understand what I'm saying? You got some people that will come in and camouflage like they're the 1%, and they're not. You understand what I'm saying? Because the 1%, they move in a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? And, they're not going to come down through life. You understand what I'm saying? And be subject, you know. Jesus said, when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. You know, I have to stay subject to other people's rules and authority in the 3D world because a prophet's subject to the prophet. And the scripture tell you the devil is the ruler of this earth. So if you look at the earth now, it lets you know the tone that is in the earth is being ruled by him. And he cannot come in unless he uses people's fingers and toes. You understand? He used me for a long time. And he said it was very painful to come out of that. And see, I have paid off most of my karma that I paid it off. Especially by what I'm giving y'all today. You understand what I'm saying? That if you follow this information, it will take you farther than any money will go. And I'll tell you about, I forget the guy's name, the rich guy. His brother contracted cancer. And he had all this money. He's worth about, I don't know if it was Bill Gates' brother, one of them guys' brother, but he acquired all that money and got cancer. And you know what he said? He said, I would give up all this money. You understand what I'm saying? Just to have a normal life. You understand what I'm saying? And just to walk down the street and be that beggar on the corner, knowing that, you know, you have time left. You understand? To enjoy the things that are more important in life. You understand what I'm saying? So I saw what he said. He said, well, I'm gonna think about it. But I can see, you know, when I left, you understand, his spirit, his spirit was comforted. You understand what I'm saying? And I could see that I had triggered something in him, you understand, that started causing him to question everything that he already believed. And so this is what the 1% is called here to do. I'm challenging you to step out of the person, you understand, that the world has told you who you are. It's like I told you, when you fail to build your own empire, they will allow you to help them build theirs. You understand what I'm saying? And so these are things that I'm not willing to do. I'm willing to walk with anybody. I started out years ago, and most people fell to the wayside. You understand? It wasn't that, you know, they didn't have to find a purpose. You know, a lot of people listen. Sometimes you ain't got to, all you have to do, some people you just latch onto them and walk with them and honestly with them. You'll get a purpose. You'll get a purpose out of a purpose. You understand? Well, you know, it's like, I've gotten to a place, man, where, you know, I ain't gonna ever tell you I don't need nobody, because that's just an arrogant man. But you need the right people, and everybody is not the right people. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna sit back for probably another hour here where I'm at, and spend a little bit of time with some of my, how they say in India, karmic teachers. Yeah, I remember that. I learned from all of them. And then I'm gonna go in, and I'm not gonna eat. I'm gonna eat my little meal, probably around another couple hours before 11. I'm gonna lay down and go to bed. You understand? And hope, not hope. Walk in the knowing that God is going to use me tomorrow. You know, so if nobody told you they love you today, I do. So let these things be written in
Just
heaven.
don't walk, you can see a gospel.
So let
Hop
them
on
be
it,
done.
okay?